The blue-eyed Doberman.
Yeah, that's what he is. A large-head blue-eyed Doberman. BB, Racky, and Brad Hauser and Casey Hauser's family. They're mutt. Their dad's a mutt.
Tell them what now?
Well, you have to breed the mutt out of it. Only the mutts can have it. It's supposed to get about 12 foot long, and it's kind of a wild dog. It was extinct.
Dingo. That's what the internet said.
He's very stubborn.
So you're correct.
But
you know all this because you talked to him, didn't you?
Which Junior was still standing.
You sat and talked to him for a while, though, didn't you?
Yeah, he's very smart.
And you can talk to dogs.
Yeah. It's called, I started...
Sorcery.
No, I started...
familiar spirits.
Shamaning the land or death.
Yeah, shaman as familiar spirits. They come into your animal, and yeah. It's like possession, but with an animal.
That one's...
clearly possessed. He is demon fucking possessed. You can look at his eyes and tell that. He has a legion of Dantalion.
He is one of the most lethal dogs.
What's his astrological sign? When was he born? It's Ophiuchus, isn't it?
Well...
Ophiuchus, however you say.
I should have rescued his brothers, too. I showed a video about Lily.
He's the serpent
bearer. And his brother really liked it.
That's the crystal serpent.
His mother picked me. She was a healer, not a blue healer, but like a reddish blue healer or something like that. His dad has stayed in the fence area all his life, chained to the ground, and one of those igloo.
Did his dad use a lot of methamphetamine?
I'm talking about the dog's dad.
Yeah, me too.
Probably. Methamphetamine might be one of the things that got the dog out. Except there was nails.
It's just amphetamine with a
on
methyl grouping attached. CH3.
Like to take the dog's eyes.
Any alkyl grouping makes the compound more fat soluble.
So I got him on there.
It can cross your blood-brain barrier more and faster. That's why no one gets high on methamphetamine. They get high on amphetamine, where the transport molecule like morphine is to heroin.
I figured out.
So your body can metabolize
the
drug
day you left me?
More and faster.
Listen.
I leave you every day I see you, Will.
May I talk?
No, you can't talk, Will. It's your house, and
you're
can't
recording
me. Yeah.
That's what this is for.
Oh, it is?
To let me talk. This is the Mercury wand.
Well, you don't need Mercury's staff to talk. Besides, Mercury's staff is a Seduceus. It has to have 2 snakes coiled around it. The rod of Hermes. Yes, I'm well acquainted with it. It could be a Baal's shaft.
You ever see Natural Born Killers?
A Baal's shaft represents an erect penis.
The
Freemasons
interview guy dies.
Jobulon?
They tell him the whole time.
He's on a box of cereal, Jobulos.
I don't even know what I was talking about now.
An Indian Mason. Indian Mason was a mighty man.
Land of Lakes?
Raised up his little hand.
It's not.
Said
An Indian Mason is a rattlesnake.
I'm your little red snake.
Yeah, you know I put a red snake into the mosquito water, and right when you're saying that, I have a real Jurassic mosquito, just like from it's around here somewhere.
Are you sure it's Jurassic?
Yeah, it's this big and it's got a sword for a fucking.
Why is it not Triassic?
Well, it might be.
They could have lived in both epochs.
Why? Can I fucking?
I was just talking to you, Will. You say I don't listen, but I'm asking questions.
You're interrupting me.
You don't want me to ask questions.
You're making me look weak on.
I won't talk
on camera. Well, that's not good.
Well, I can just delete this video. We can take a better one.
Jesus Christ.
Where?
I killed him. Bad Jesus. Actually, I saved him. And
shoot the preacher.
Ass whooping treasury.
For special bubble gums.
Special bubble gums and stuff.
Chewing gum comes from baseball cards.
Matt's nephew.
It
I'm making fun of Lightning McQueen.
Not Cox.
Yeah, that's Lando. I'm his, I help. Lori was in prison and
you know Matthias was the 13th disciple.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, I'm not
it's
supposed
about
to
Lando.
Talk. Go on.
His dad wouldn't even listen to it. Or Lando's grandpa. And the bottom window.
You're not smoking your pipe.
Well, I have it down.
I know.
Where's here, one for the hay
Make that face again, Will.
My daughter doesn't appreciate it.
What about mine? She's important too.
You don't have a daughter.
How do you know that? Can you prove that, Will?
Yes.
I very well may have a daughter, because when people ask, do you have any kids, I say none that I know of. I mean, I could have kids everywhere.
This is Cop Killer.
I've nutted all up in a bunch of bitches. Sluts and dope whores mostly, though. You know, good old cum dumpster. You need a cum junkie, though.
Let me tell you something. I got selected for, and only about 10% of the world are kids got selected for National Geographic.
Exactly 10%.
About, yeah.
A 5150. So if I kill somebody, it's your
It's
fault.
textbooks that are very dangerous.
My ass.
National Geographic. This is Compass Rose.
The textbooks that are dangerous, aren't they grimoires?
Well, they have. That's Hinchy. That's a picture I showed you. It's. Well, if you read what it says, the picture I sent you, it describes exactly what he said. And I did a picture and I pulled.
We just want an approximate vision.
Look, it says, from the earliest human, he used to. National Geographic would actually be the only ones that he'd ever return.
He rode a triceratops, didn't he? That was his transportation.
He rode elephants.
Oh, that was close.
Hindus believe in circles of life, in which all creatures move either up or down.
And reincarnation. Karma, that's right.
Next life as a monkey.
But the Bible says it is appointed once for a man to die. After this, the judgment. Some will be resurrected to eternal life, and others to eternal death.
That's actually ivory he had put in his head. He would kidnap only green eyes.
I just put drugs in my head.
Well, I pulled the green eyes.
Memoirs.
It says exactly what I just did in that photo. If you look at this.
Would you please say, get the cell phone the fuck out of my face, David?
No. You want to hear a Hinchy song I did for him?
No.
Well, I did a song. His people would. He lived a lot like this, and some considered him a very bad man. But it was about the ivory.
Describe how he lived.
On a mattress next to a phone, and considered a terrorist. This is how he
We
lived.
are also considered domestic terrorists, Will.
Well, it was about the ivory and what his mother's told him. There was this cave, had these pots in it, and he would make the kidnap pay for the ivory by scratching their existence in blood.
That is straight terrorism.
Until their finger was nothing but bone.
I think it's really funny.
He had ivory
to be, terror.
He said he would return
pandemonium,
everything that he took,
and confusion.
And this is a song.
This is a song.
Yeah, I did it for him.
What's the title?
Deceiver.
Deceiver.
Yeah. He said he would return everything that he took, all the lives.
Yeah, but if he's the deceiver, he could
when
be
he
just
returns,
trying to deceive by saying that.
He returned.
Well, he never left.
When
God asked him, "Where do you come from?" He says, "I'm going to and fro upon the earth."
He came. He lived in a rainforest.
Well, if you're cast out of heaven onto earth, where are you going to go?
He came from a cave.
From Mount Hermon, you can go around.
He came from a cave.
And then you go around again, and then you just go round and round, like to and fro,
This is one reason this is a dangerous book.
To and fro,
It has every leader, every pope, everything in time.
What about Satan? What about demons and devils? Are they in there? Is it even mentioning them or touch on them at all? Or do they believe they exist or not?
But this is why I was delegated to come back and find this book.
Relegated or delegated?
Jihad. Synchronized car bombs.
That's holy war.
Like the right, which we're in one.
Which was non-fucking existent before 1960. That's when it started.
They would use car bombs, synchronized car bombs.
It's a modern invention.
There's a car on the side of the road right now that's been there since 9/20/11.
Let's bomb it.
there's a lot of them that act the same way. They wouldn't start.
You want to just light it on
Now give
fire
me your soul.
and then walk away? We can watch from a
Now
safe
give me your
distance.
soul.
Let's commit an antisocial
Now give me
act.
your soul.
Well,
Now give me your soul.
that's the computer.
It just disregards the question.
I broke your
the story of AI.
arms.
The atom bomb,
You're
or
not a
the,
true antisocial, are you?
Shopping for teeth.
No answer.
this brought a creature into our existence.
No,
If you do that too much, you might end up like Gator.
Look at it.
You know, Gator does that.
I'm not gay.
Gator does that. You
It,
do it too.
it tortured a being. It was found in the corner of the room.
The bite in your bed.
Very alien-like. It
No,
killed
I
it.
didn't mean that. I meant to ignore and disregard
Do
you want
question
to-
or proposition.
This is a story of atomic bomb.
It's characteristic.
You see the face?
Yeah, to split an atom, you
You
need
see the
active
machine?
deuterium.
I'm not talking about splitting atoms.
Isotope of hydrogen.
No,
No, you need a hadron collider.
No, well,
Yeah, it splits one isotope of hydrogen
which
down.
is
It would
active
take.
deuterium or
it-
tritium.
It also brings something into this world.
A
It's,
mushroom fucking
the
cloud.
guard particle found me through.
It turns your enemies
phone.
into an ashtray.
And I got a
they live
picture
in
of
a
it.
real quiet neighborhood
No.
for about 20,000 years.
Look, this creature was tortured to death.
No, the death is pretty
This was-
instant. That E equals MC squared. Energy equals mass times the speed of light.
That's rude, man.
What, to discuss the topic together?
No, you're not discussing the entity that died.
Oh, well, I'll be quiet.
It's a fiber optic carbon crystal machine.
Entity.
There's a chair. All right.
Okay.
The entity. There was some. They put somebody in the chair. It's
Who?
called quantum theory of
Of will.
atomic beings. It came from a different dimension.
This could be a new branch of
It
science.
was-
Will.
It was colored about like us, bald hair. It was naked in the corner of the room when the machine went off. It was the first atomic bomb.
You were there.
Yes.
What was the name of the bomb?
I just showed you.
A picture? Yeah, what was the name, though?
I just showed you.
Trinity.
This. See it?
Trinity.
This isn't discussed in normal books.
Normal books.
Well, you see
What
how
is
it
that?
has a face. This is how the world ends. The being, I've seen, it needs 5 of them.
I don't want to read normal books.
It needs 5 of them.
6.
The machine uses these carbon prisms. That's where it stores the information. It's a very advanced machine, and it's also, if the being can't catch the atomic mass or the atomic bomb and place everything back the way it was,
With carbon.
then we're all dead.
Not refined silicon, though.
I've caught light.
I see.
That's Churchill.
Let there be more light.
It's a true story.
Of an Indian Mason.
Yeah, I stamped it with a cat in a hat on the back.
Cat in the Hat.
Well, I figured.
Well, I know some fun tricks. I'll show them
figured
to
Don
you.
might like it.
Your mother will not care at all if I do.
My mother is not my mother.
Well,
Shit.
necessity is the mother of invention.
My mother is your mother. My mother knew your mother, actually.
Yeah, I have no view, because every time I look, I see I'm you.
I probably knew Charlie.
Never say never to
'Cause
always.
that's why your dad and
You take that back. You take that